Peace to the half space. Hopefully you don't cut me off this time. I don't know what's up with my mobile stream capabilities, but I got cut off earlier. And like I said, I don't know if I'm using trigger words. I don't know exactly what's happening, but I keep getting cut off on the mobile end. So hopefully I don't get cut off tonight. But I tell you, and peace to the brother that was out there in front of my uncle's church, Fountain Church of God in Christ, picking them weeds up. He was spraying the weeds in the cracks in front of the church. You know, you're supposed to always keep the house of the Lord tight. So whoever that brother was out there cleaning up them weeds and stuff in front of my uncle's church, I appreciate that. I know I don't go to the motherfucker, but you know, I at least appreciate him making sure that there ain't no weeds in front of his church. Hopefully he was a deacon, because that's what the deacon's supposed to do. The deacon's supposed to take care of the house. So hopefully he was a deacon. I really don't care what his title is. The fact that he was doing that for my uncle, I appreciate it. So, I had a hold me back moment today. And it was somebody in a higher power that held me back. I don't know if it was Ma. I don't know if it was my grandmother actually probably wouldn't have been the one to hold me back. You know, my dad might have said something, my mom might have said something, or they might have both been ready to scrump too. But you know, I was at my grandson's T-ball game, and I haven't particularly liked the way things have gone this season. I don't particularly like the way the coach teaches the players how to play the game. He's not teaching them how to play T-ball. He's teaching them first aid with bats and mitts. All I keep hearing is safety, 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 safety. When you play in sports, yeah, you got to be safe. But goddamn it, playing sports ain't safe sometimes. You can get hit in the face with a ball if you're not prepared. So you teach them how to catch the ball with the mitt and don't let the ball hit your face. That's what I've taught Caleb. You don't let no ball get to your face. You don't let no ball get to your chest, your face, no nothing. You put your arms out there. You put them in the right positions. You do everything you're supposed to do, and things will happen. Will you drop a ball here and there? Absolutely. Everybody drops balls here and there. People that make $50 million a year playing baseball drop balls. So you're going to drop a ball or two. Don't worry about catching them all. Worry about keeping it in front of you and doing the right things. And everything else will take care of itself. But he somewhat killed my grandson's spirit in some ways of playing this game. I'll get those things back. The boy's only 5. So I'm not letting this be a detrimental situation or even be a negative experience dealing with this said coach. You know, he just don't know enough. He don't know enough not to be teaching my grandson to be. Some of these kids he's good with. Because some of them kids don't need to be out there. It's not safe for them to be out there. But my grandson needs somebody to be able to teach him this game the right way. And he's not doing it the right way. So it's conflicting messages based on what he's learned off the field and with me or with anybody else that has breathed life into him playing baseball. I mean, we know it's T-ball, but y'all know what I mean. Sister Rochelle, good evening to you. Hopefully you're off work at this point. Relaxing. But Caleb was eager to bat. He knew he was 5th that inning. And he ran up one batter too early. When he ran up one batter too early, he was just standing there. The other kid hadn't even put his helmet on. So Caleb assumed that he was the next batter because he was the only one standing there ready. I like that attitude. I like the fact that he was looking to bat and he was eager to bat versus you having to pull him off the bench or pull him off his mom's lap, or his mom plays first base coach, so he couldn't be on his mom's lap. Or his uncle and his aunt came out today you know, his uncle and aunt came out today to see him play. He was over there and visited in between innings then. You know, he was eager to bat. But the fact that he was one batter too early, the coach didn't seem to like that type of enthusiasm. And instead of him just saying, hey, Caleb, it's not your turn to bat, it's so-and-so's turn to bat, he chose to say, go on, Caleb, get out of here. And when he said that, I said, Caleb, come on, it's not your bat. I just started overriding it. I said, it's not your bat, it's somebody else's bat. He's not prepared, but you come on over. I know you're prepared to bat, but that other person's not prepared. Good job. See, I made a positive out of it. I took a negative and I made a positive out of it. Because if I didn't take a negative and make a positive out of it, I would have gotten that coach's ass. The last thing a motherfucker's gonna do is tell my grandson to go on and get out of here. Bitch, you've been fucking up the whole season, paying attention to your kid who does not want to be on the fucking team, but you want to say something greasy to my grandson every opportunity you get. And see, I done told them, this is what's going to happen. The only black one on the team, one of only 3 or 4 black ones in the whole league. In the whole league. And I know this environment. Many years, I was the only black kid on my team. I get this. So now I'm able to teach Caleb how to combat against this. But now I got to teach him how to bat against, against a white supremacist coach. So he don't talk crazy like that to nobody but Caleb. Now, motherfucker might try to say, oh, Caleb's tough, and I know he can take it. He 5. He 5, motherfucker. You talk to him like a 5-year-old. You talk to him like you talk to these other white and people of color 5-year-olds. You don't talk to him no different. But see, I think he tried to take advantage because, see, he didn't see me early on. He didn't see me at the practices. I didn't come out to the early practices. I tried to let his moms get that shit solidified. Y'all be the bosses out here. Grandpa just coming in for reinforcement. I don't want to be that motherfucker that just takes over everything. I have a very controlling demeanor. I get that. I understand that. I'm alpha all the way up. But when I see you mistreating my own, no, not only am I not going to not be just the grandpa and on the front line, I'm going to be in your ass. And you got all these parents out here. They got all these kids that don't want to do shit. They only have 5 fucking players today. 5 fucking players. Caleb shows up at every practice. He shows up at every game. On time. Ready to play. He throw him out in the outfield all the goddamn time. One of his better fielders, he throw him out in the outfield all the time. It's all right. I ain't worried about that because I don't want this coach to have any more influence over him than he does. But when he gave me that hold me back moment today, I was like, we only got a couple more games. But see, I got to look. See, they kicked me out of this game. They might ban me from Ann Arbor recreation sports forever for getting in a coach's ass for fucking with my grandson. I might not be allowed in any of these Ann Arbor parks if that's what happens. But if he says anything like that remotely to my grandson on Saturday, I'm going to stop competition. I'm going to stop competition. And I'm going to say, hey, coach, let me holler at you for 2 ticks. I need to holler at you, bro. You done talked all this shit all year. Now I'm about to stop the game. We might actually even stop the game. Because ain't nobody else said nothing. And I've stayed quiet long enough. One more time. We got one more game. And I'm going to be listening to every motherfucking word he breathes. And when he says something to my grandson, if it's in any type of negative way, competition gonna stop right there. It don't even matter. Tony D, what up, bro? Anonymous Facebook user, what's good with you? I just couldn't believe that he said, go on, get out of here. And did the bat shooing him as if Caleb had made the motherfucking mistake. And granted, he did make a mistake because he didn't know 4 from 5 at that point, but he was ready to bat and nobody else was around, so He just followed what the suit that he's been following. It ain't like they get in the on deck circle and have practice swings. You wanted to at the backstop, you usually the next one to bat. And all he had to say was, no, Caleb, it's not your turn. It's so-and-so else's turn. And find that person. But that person was nowhere to be found. That person whose bat it was nowhere to be found. And when they did find him, he was sitting over in his mama's lap. And he didn't say shit to her because she was white. See, they all friends. I found all that out too. They all neighbors and shit. Everybody on this team is neighbors. They all friends. They all know each other. And they all white. See, Caleb's the only black kid on the team. So how you think they're going to try to treat him? We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. You know what I'm talking about, Tony D? You know what I'm talking about. And it don't take long for them to figure out who they want to pick on. It don't take long. That's why you always got to be collected. If there's two parents involved, you got to let them know right up front. We here. We back him up 100%. Now, his mom does a good job. She gets out there and she does first base coach. She helps out with the players. She does a good job with the kids. And I try to back her up on that. Now, his mommy, she wasn't at the game. So, you know, I don't know exactly who they think they can talk to like that just because both of his parents weren't there. I'm there. I'm a grandparent. Not better than a parent, but I'm a grandparent. And you got to understand, grandparents will do a little jail time before a parent will sometimes. A grandparent might just spend the night. You talk some greasy shit to a 5-year-old and not expect nobody to kick back. So, you know, Caleb had a couple cousins there today. And one of the cousins was standing right next to us. I said, you hear that shit? Told him to go on and get. And he's like, he trying to get fucked up. I'm like, I don't know. He obviously is. But somebody reached down and touched. It could have been my Prince. My Prince had the most calm spirit in my life. It was probably my great-grandmother, my grandmother's mama, my paternal grandmother, because she was the most peaceful person in my life. I never even heard her raise her voice. My maternal grandmother probably would have been, but she raised her voice a lot, like in me in particular. And she called me a devil more than 10 times in my life. You little devil. She called me a little devil. But my paternal great-grandmother, that's probably who stopped me from walking out on that field. That's probably who stopped me. I said, don't do it. Don't do it, son. They used to call me Cheyenne. Somebody held Cheyenne back tonight. Talk some crazy ass shit to my grandson. Go on, get out of here. What? And so I start calling him and start getting him out the field. That's different. He's not going to listen to your command, overseer. No, he's not going to listen to your command, Mr. White Supremacist. Not today, Satan. You devil. You fucking demon. That's why I got to stay around this bitch as long as I can. I got to get my grandson up out of this shit. They ain't got no protection, man. They ain't got no protection. Yeah, my great grandmother probably stopped me today, man. She probably stopped me from doing a night. Ain't gonna do nothing but give me a night. I see the magistrate in the morning and shit. Why'd you do what you did, sir? Da-da-da-da-da, whatever. You know. Because I probably would have went out. He'd have had an advantage because he had a bat. Because if I knocked shit out of him, he'd have needed that bat. I'd have gave him a shiver. He don't want to use that bat. And he better knock me out. Because if I take that bat from his ass, that'd be a bad situation. I mean, just talk to him any kind of way. And I'm like, what? Nah. That can't happen. And I've let him say certain shit, you know. And Ariane helps me out. She's like, oh, no, he's talked to the other kids that way. You know, she'll let me know when he's being singled out and shit. Because I have no problem with letting my voice be heard. You gonna catch a little bit of this baritone. I mean, you know, I expect a maternal gangster, but Grandpa is here. Ooh, I hate when motherfuckers drive in my blind spot. Hate it. Hate it. So that's all I wanted. I just had a hold me back moment. I really did. Thanks, Free. You ain't gonna fuck with my grandkid, man. You ain't gonna fuck with him like that. Hell, you're not gonna fuck with any children when I'm around, but I mean, this one got my blood running through his veins. And my job is to protect him from against all wild animals, all wild dogs, demons, devils, and Satan. Big Bill, South Haven. Yeah, you can't do that to mine. And they got all, you know, all them Birkenstock wearing motherfuckers out there. You might be able to talk to their kids like that, but you're not gonna talk to mine like that. I take it personal, right off the rip. And then I talked to my elder, who was there. Caleb's uncle was there, and I said, "Am I wrong?" I was like, "Si, am I wrong?" And he's like, "No, no." I mean, they know I'm passionate about mine. I was passionate about my daughters. Now I'm passionate about my grandkids. Don't let me leave some passion on you. Shit. All right. We'll settle in for a quick minute. Dog, I'm hot. Hot. Y'all be good.